Hi everybody, it's Olive, and I'm here to do my very first tag. I thought it would be appropriate to do the Booktube Newbie Tag. I'm a newbie. This tag was created by Brenda C, and I will put the link to the original video down below. The first question is, why did you start this channel? I started this channel because I really wanted to be involved in the community. I wanted to talk to people who love reading as much as I do. I really wanted to have an opportunity to connect to people who are very serious about reading, who have very rich and diverse reading lives. I wanted to be able to have a chance to have discussions with people about books. I wanted a chance to show people what I am reading. I wanted a chance to get some book recommendations, and I did it kind of just to have fun. I think that's a good enough reason. The second question is, what are some fun and unique things you think you can bring to Booktube? I think I can bring some really fun and different things to Booktube, if only because I'm a little bit older. I'm not super old, I'm just not in college anymore. And so my reading life is very much about balancing reading with my other responsibilities, including my marriage and my job. I kind of wanted to bring that perspective to YouTube, in that there are a lot of young professional readers who are not in college anymore, are not reading for school, and like myself are finding ways that reading fits into their life. So that's more the unique thing that I think I can bring to Booktube. In terms of the fun things, I have a lot of dry, sarcastic humor. I really don't take myself too seriously, so I'll make my very serious reading life seem a little bit less super serious, because we're gonna make it fun. We're gonna talk about fun things. We're gonna make pop culture references that no one understands, like we're on Gilmore Girls. And it's gonna be a good time. Question number 3 is, what are you most excited for on this channel? I can say without a doubt, the number one thing I'm looking forward to is making friends with people who watch Booktube and people who make Booktube videos. Question number 4, why do you love reading? I've loved reading my whole life, and though I fell out a little bit when I was in school, I didn't stop loving it any less. It just became a job for me, unfortunately, and so it kind of had a little bit more of a negative connotation to it. But I've always loved reading. I absolutely love learning, which is why I read so much nonfiction. I love stepping into a different world when it comes to a fiction book. I love hearing different people's perspectives. I love the fact that I can feel like I'm living many different lives other than just my own, because we as people are restricted to just this one life that we lead. And of course we can make it as colorful and vibrant as possible, but we still only lead one life. But I feel like when you're a reader, you live many lives. And I'm sure that's a quote from somewhere, and that I'm blatantly plagiarizing it, but it's very true. Also, it kind of takes your mind off of wherever your troubles are. I know there are a lot of people who don't like reading for escapism, but I think there is something to be said about it, in that you can get out of your own head and get out of whatever you're thinking about in that particular moment and just get lost in a book. Question number 5, what book or book series got you into reading? I'm gonna be probably the one person on Booktube who's not gonna say Harry Potter. In fact, prepare yourself for a lot of anger. I have not read through the entire series of Harry Potter, which is gonna be a goal for mine for next year. My answer is The Boxcar Children. This was a series, and I'm not sure if it's still going or not, I'll have to look into that. But it was this series of books about these 4 children. I believe they were orphaned, and they lived inside a boxcar, or one of the train cars. It was kind of like a Nancy Drew kind of series, in that a bunch of different people wrote the books, but each new book would be them getting into some hijinks and then how they got out of it, or trying to survive since they are orphaned and living on their own. I just absolutely loved it. After that, I was hooked. I read anything I could get my hands on. I used to be taken to the library as a kid and just come home with a stack of books. My eyes were always bigger than my stomach when it came to books. Not much has changed. But that was the series that really just lit this fire within me of adoring reading. Question number 6, what questions would you ask your favorite booktuber? I have a lot of favorite booktubers, and any questions that I feel like I have for them, I always would feel free to ask them in the comments section, because they're very accessible and nice people like that. But one question I do want to know from Mercedes at Mercy's Bookish Musings is how she reads so many books. In fact, I could probably ask that question of a lot of people on Booktube. I find it hard sometimes to squeeze in all the reading that I want to do, or remaining motivated to do all the reading I want to do. And I think Mercedes last month read almost 20 books, which I know some were graphic novels and some were children's books, so you know, they weren't all full-length novels. But that to me is such a huge amount of books. I just want to know how. Teach me your ways. Question number 7. What challenges do you think starting a Booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Well, I postponed making my Booktube channel for a little bit because I was very concerned about having enough time to commit. Like I just said, answering the last question, I find it hard sometimes to squeeze in all the reading that I want to do. I was even more concerned with finding time to make these videos and then sit down and edit them and then post them and do all the maintenance of the channel and communicating with people and finding time to do everything that is necessary to have a good Booktube channel and that is necessary to get the most out of a Booktube channel. But I just decided that it was worth it, and that if it was something really important to me, as it is, that I would find time to do it. So I'm gonna learn as I go along and just do the best I can. So that was the Booktube Newbie Tag. It was a lot of fun answering these questions. In terms of tagging people, I wasn't tagged for anyone in this video because I'm new. I don't really know a whole lot of other people who are new. Looking forward to meeting some people who are also new to Booktube. So if you are new to Booktube and you're watching this, please do this tag. I'd love to hear about why you started your channel, why you love reading, all the questions that are asked in the tag. If anyone has any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram, both places at @abookolive. And if you want to be friends on Goodreads, the link to my profile is down below as well. Have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.